Welcome back for another video. Today's video is about trucking. This is gonna be about trucking. Not about my GLP-1 journey. This is a trucking video. So, just to give y'all a heads up. Truck drivers, new, old, in between, truck drivers with trouble license and stuff, you're going to want to see this video. You're going to want to watch this video, and you're going to want to stay until the end, because this is going to be some information that you're going to want to know. If you know another truck driver that is looking for employment, anything like that, please share this video with them. And again, this is your boy Positive T. Please like and subscribe. Please subscribe, because I'm always bringing trucking news and updates on employment with trucking jobs and things of that nature. So let's jump right into it. The top 5 trucking companies that you can drive for. This is the top 5 trucking companies here in the U.S. that you can drive for, that you will want to look into and possibly put in an application at these companies. Coming in at number 5 would be your controversial superego. Now, I know superego got a bad reputation, and so I know a lot of y'all truck drivers that's probably watching this video is probably saying, superego? What the hell? But let me explain before y'all go off and keep scrolling. Let me explain why superego is on the list. Superego is for the truck drivers that have SAP, that got a failed drug test. They accept those. They accept truck drivers that got, tickets and stuff on their license, wrecks, that truck driver that don't have it all together on their license, and you can't find nothing else quickly and fast. Everybody's giving you the runarounds. They're telling you, oh, let me wait on insurance, let me do this, let me do that, let me check your SAP, let me give you an examination. Superego be the spot for you. You're not going to get rich at superego, but you will. If you run hard, you can make a nice check, but you got to run hard. And if you pick superego and you go over there, don't get the brand new truck. The brand new trucks takes more money out of your lease, because they are a lease purchase company, and the newer the truck, the more deductions that come out of your check. So if that's you and you trying to make some money, don't go over there and get the brand new truck. Maybe get you a 2020, 2021, 22, one of those, something like that there, where your payments is not as high. Okay? But yeah, if that's you and you got trouble license and SAP and all that, and you're looking for employment, superego be the spot for you. So that's why superego made my top 5 list, and that's why it came in at number 5. Okay? Now, the next one that come in at number 4 will be one of my favorites, Transam. And y'all, I've worked for every one of these companies that I'm mentioning. I worked for superego, not because I had trouble license. I worked for them just because I wanted the experience, so I could tell others about superego. But next, coming in at number 4 would be Transam. Out of Transam is in Kansas. Opelika, something Kansas, I forgot. But they're in Kansas, I drove for them. As a smaller company, they pull prime trailers, and the people there are wonderful. Man, family oriented, love them. They're great. Pretty fair with loads. Pay is pretty decent. If you can get the good loads, and it's all about communication with them. Communicate. If you do that, get in there, do your job, do what you're supposed to do, you'll make the money you want to make, and you'll be okay. But that's one of the good companies. 3-day orientation. They will fly you out there, and they pay for your hotel. So if you're looking for a company, and I believe you got to have 1 year experience. 1 year experience with a clean driving record with them. That's the thing. You pretty much, your driving record got to be clean with them and have 1 year experience. Check them out. Okay? Coming in at number 3 is, let's see here. Oh, another one of my favorites, Yankee Freight. Yankee Freight Systems. I actually just made a video about them the other day. Yankee Freight Systems is a company out of Chicago, Illinois. They're one of the Russian companies like superego, but they Russian like superego, but not like superego. That's a good company to drive for. They pay 65 cents a mile. It's all 48 states. Dry van. Right now they are running brand new 2026 Volvos. If you're looking for a company, fair company, check them out. I do recommend them. They come in one of my favorites and highly recommended. Okay. Coming in at number 2 would be kllm. Yeah, this was one of my great companies. One of the best. They do have company drivers, and they do have lease purchase drivers. And you can go on as an owner operator with your own truck with them. So they have different options, different programs, and the pay is pretty good. As a company driver, they also pay, I think it's 60 to 62 cents a mile. If you at least purchase, they pay on a sliding pay scale. The more miles, the less per mile. The fewer miles, the more pay. But it wind up to averaging out as a pretty good paycheck at the end of the week. This is a refrigerated company. They haul reefer trailers, and they home base is in Jackson, Mississippi. But they got terminals in Texas. The other one is they got one in Atlanta. They got one in Indianapolis, Gary, Indiana. Not Indianapolis, Gary, Indiana. And a few more. Check them out. They do hire brand new truck drivers. They do train, and you can go through their school at kllm. So if you brand new, this part is also for my brand new drivers that have no experience, haven't been behind the wheel of a truck, and is looking for going with a truck company that will train. KLM will train, and they will put you through their truck school. Okay. And last but not least, coming in at number 1 will be Laser Spot. Now, I know a lot of y'all thinking, Laser Spot? Never heard of Laser Spot. I'm sure you haven't. Laser Spot is the company that you see when you go to the warehouses and you see the little yard jockeys. That's Laser Spot. They're all over the U.S., but they are a local home daily job. As far as the pay, I don't know what they would make in other states, but in Georgia, the pay range from $22 to $25 an hour in Georgia. I don't know about other states. They probably, I'm sure in other states they probably pay according to the cost of living in other states. But they are in, other states where you drive the little yard jockey thing, and you just move trailers around the yard. So you see them when you go to the warehouse to deliver your loads, and you see them, the people moving the trailers. That's Lazor spot. Again, the pay is like anywhere from $22 to $25 an hour in the state of Georgia. It is a home daily job. That's why this one came in at number 1, because everybody want to go home. Everybody wants to be local. With them, you got to have 1 year experience. Or is it 2 years? I think it's 24 months. Yeah, I think it's 24 months. You got to have 2 years experience. I'm sorry. Clean driving record. Okay? So, check them out. Please comment. Leave me a comment if you want to know more about these companies, more detail. I have literally worked for all 5 of them. So, I can always give you more information if need be. Okay? But yeah, check them out. Like I said, superego if you got things wrong with your license and you need a company to go with. Superego will be your best bet. Transam is out of Olathe, Kansas is what it is. Olathe, Kansas. 1 year experience, clean driving record. They pull prime trailers, which is also refrigerated. Good company to go with. Yankee Freight, a Russian company out of Chicago. 1 year experience. They require 1 year experience, 65 cents a mile. Make sure your license is pretty clean. You can't have a trouble license with them. And then you got kllm. They do training. If you haven't never driven, you can go through their school, be trained, and become a truck driver. And Lazor spot for those of y'all who wants to work daily, home daily, and want to be local. Those are the top 5 companies for this week. I'll bring you another video next week, maybe with another 5 that I have not driven for, that I've just researched and can give you some information based on that. Okay? Again, please like and subscribe to this channel. Peace.